Right, this is going to be a slowed down version of one of my old Islamic geometry videos. A couple of people said they were too fast, and they were too fast. So you want to start by drawing a horizontal line, and then take a pair of compasses and scribe an ellipse. Then open up the pair of compasses and go through the intersection of the circle and the horizontal line. And then you want to scribe a small line at the top and at the bottom from that intersection. And then go to the other intersection and do the same. And that should give you a cross at the top and the cross at the bottom. And you want to run a line between those 2 points through the centre. And that will give you a 90-degree angle between the two lines. So you've got a perfect vertical and a perfect horizontal. So now set the pair of compasses back to the original radius of the original circle. And through the top intersection, just steady up those. And recheck. Through that intersection I do another ellipse the same size as the original, and it should go through the centre. And then on the other intersection at the bottom, another arc. And then the last two intersections. So I've now got 4 ellipses with an ellipse in the centre, all of the same diameter. And that's produced more segments. I've split the original circle into 12. So now I want to join the intersection. So I pick one, go through the centre and connect to the other side. And scribe a line. And now pick the next intersection, through the centre and out the other side. Scribe a line. The next intersection is already done. Through the centre and out the other side. And so on. So that split the circle into 12. So now I want to draw 3 squares, starting with the first. Small puppy. Hello. So that's the first square. And now at 30 degrees to that, another square. And then the final square at 30 degrees to that. I want to take a smaller set of compasses and using the intersection of 2 of those squares and one of the original lines, I'm going a bit closer so you can see what I'm doing and exactly where to take the measurement. So where 2 of the squares intersect and one of the original lines, I want to set my pair of compasses to that radius and create an ellipse. Now I can use that circle to give me a radius for my second circle, which will go through the centre and have the first circle as a tangent. So I set my distance and then create another circle inside the first circle. Using the squares that I created before, using those intersections, I'm now going to split the original circle into 12 more parts, so it will now be 24 segments. One intersection through the centre, out the other side, and so on. So now I'm going to link these two points, and they should run parallel with one of the lines. At the moment it's the one that's minus 30 degrees from vertical. I count 2 intersections along on each side, and then I complete the parallel line. So I have 3 parallel lines. I take 2 more intersections and run another parallel line, parallel to the vertical one. And 2 along, and then down parallel again. And so on. And that's the final star. From here, I should be able to create a continuous line. And so for the interlacing, I follow a continuous line all the way through. So wherever a line goes over, the next time it intersects, it should go under. So it's gone over there, and so it must go under here. So it alternates between being the one on top and the one on bottom. And as long as you follow that all the way round, then you should end up with a fully interlaced, continuous line that creates this 12-fold rosette. So that's gone over there, and it must go under here. So that's the basics. I'm going going to go back to my drawing now. And I'll use a blue pen to create the continuous single line. And then I'll go over it later in black pen with the interlacing. But it's very hard to interlace without putting in the line, and then erasing all the construction lines, because they get confusing when you're trying to ink. So I'm going to start at the top, and then I'll work anti-clockwise for no particular reason. So that's it done. And I'm going to go in and rub out all the construction lines now, so that I'm left with just a continuous line. Right, so now I want to start trying to interlace the continuous line. I'll just get it in a bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. Right, so now I'm going to start inking. So I pick one intersection to start from, and I decide that one of those is going to be over, which means the one that intersects it has to go under it. So I fill that in so I know it's over. So that's the top one. So the next one, it must go under. And it alternates between going under, over, under, over, under, over. So that's over, so it must go under. So the one that intersects it there must go over it. So I fill that in. So where it goes under, I break the line. And where it goes over, it's a continuous line. Normally I'd do this with a rule, but I'm just doing it freehand, so it's a bit quicker, and so you can see it easier. And so on. So as long as you follow the line, and it goes under, over, and that you shade it this way, you should end up with a continuous interlacing line over a 12 rosette at the end. So I'll just speed this up so you can get a better picture of it. You can either follow a line from one point all the way round, but I like to work from the top down. I just find it easier. And I can reference from other pieces so that I just work a bit quicker. I'm just going to change the view so you can see the whole thing now. And there you go. It's very messy, but if you can get it nice and tidy, you can then fill in those white areas with more detail or other lacing patterns. So there.